Hello, everybody. This is Paul from Off Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. And the news just keeps getting worse, folks. You can't make this stuff up. It looks like the Americans are trapped now in Kabul in Afghanistan. And I don't know if this is going to work out good for us. It says Waterloo, 20,000 heavily armed Taliban have encircled 5,000 NATO troops. Tragic mistake of the Americans. This might end up like General Custer, when General Custer was wiped out by 2,000 Indians at one of the last battles when we were fighting the Indians. So what has happened, folks, is in the last 24 hours, these Taliban troops are right on the outskirts of Kabul, ready to take over the city. And we were supposed to be sending 3,000 heavily armed troops, but they haven't even left, folks. They haven't even arrived. And now they're fearing that these 5,000 NATO troops and British troops and American troops are going to be slaughtered because they won't be able to get out of Afghanistan. So let's go ahead and read the article. This is happening right now. Things are just looks like they're getting worse. A 10-minute drive separates 5,000 NATO troops from 20,000 Taliban. The tragedy is unfolding in Afghanistan is unprecedented. The Taliban are heavily armed with American and Russian equipment. A few hours ago, they took control of the gate of the Madan Shar leading to Kabul. The tragic mistake of the Americans. Misunderstanding and chaos prevailed between the Pentagon and the White House. While the Pentagon was planning the complete withdrawal of the U.S. mission staff from Kabul, CENTCOM stated that this is now impossible. So CENTCOM over our military is stating there's no way to evacuate. They're surrounded, they're trapped, and I don't know if the Taliban is going to have any mercy on them, folks. This could be a slaughter. This could be the Waterloo for the American Army. It says in a matter of hours, to be exact, 48 hours or at the most 72, Kabul will be in the hands of the Taliban, as the latter are within shooting distance of the capital, which is surrounded. At the same time, while the Pentagon announced the deployment of 3,000 troops to evacuate Afghanistan, and in particular Kabul, this is completely impossible. When all the American power arrives, there will be no Kabul left. So what they're saying, folks, is it's too late. It's too late to reinforce them because they underestimated the enemy. The arrogant generals in the Pentagon and our CENTCOM and the White House has underestimated the Taliban. And now there are 5,000 American, British, and NATO troops trapped in the capital, and they don't think they're going to be able to get out. So this is happening right now. This is going to be a tragic, if this progresses and they're not able to evacuate them, there's going to be a slaughter of American citizens, United Kingdom citizens, and NATO troops. And this is our Pentagon that's leading us against Russia and China. And they really think that we can beat Russia and China when we can't even beat these Taliban fighters. We gave them all the equipment, folks. He said, who and why are responsible for such a tragic assessment? From the American assessment that Kabul will fail in 60 days, went from 30 days, and finally, just in 24 hours. So the Taliban, they thought it'd take them 60 days to take the capital. Now, it's just less than 24 hours away. A great effort is already being made to relocate most of the citizens abroad. 3 United States Air Force KC-135s flew from McConnell Air Force Base to join 3 other KC-135s and C-17s to transport Americans and Afghans who had been assisting U.S. forces for years. So that's what happens when you get leadership that don't know what the hell they're doing. It says, how long will the American forces last? How long will the new U.S. aid stand against a host of fanatical Taliban jihadists, members of ISIS and Al-Qaeda? Russian analysts believe that the U.S. forces can delay the fall of Kabul for a maximum of 24 hours. Even if the American armament is far superior, the American forces will not be able to endure for that long. Although the United States has strategic bombers, fighters, satellites, and other weapons, they cannot use them inside the city of Kabul. All key areas around Kabul fell into the hands of the Taliban within the last 24 hours. The Americans will not be able to stand any longer. He said, for the first time, the Taliban fighters have deployed aviation. In this footage, the crew of one of the M-17 helicopters of the Afghan Air Force, which went over to the side of the Taliban, is transferring militants. So the forces that we trained against the Taliban are now fighting against us, folks. The helicopter pilots, the Air Force pilots of the former Afghan army has switched sides, and they're fighting the Americans. 20,000 Taliban surround 5,000 NATO troops. In total, the Taliban has transported 20,000 troops around Kabul, while 5,000 NATO troops are trapped inside the city. The Taliban are using all the weapons that they have acquired from raids on U.S. weapon depots. They now have artillery, weapons, armor, drones, and even helicopters. Information speaks of pounding of the capital by artillery and tanks that we left them, folks. We set this up. We did this. We put our tail between our legs and ran out of Afghanistan without removing this equipment. So now they're going to be using our top-of-the-line equipment on us and probably end up slaughtering a lot of Americans. Inside Kabul are 5,000 NATO troops from the United States and Britain, and there is a danger now of aircraft landing at the airport in Kabul. The Taliban have manpads in abundance. The Taliban have attacked with M-17 helicopter. For the first time in history, the Taliban deployed aircraft to attack Afghan and U.S. forces. Hours earlier, the Taliban had seized 2 Russian M-17 helicopters in the service with the Afghan forces. Video shows the Taliban using the helicopter to transport forces to Kabul. To all American personnel, emergency destruction services at the garrison. Facilities will provide destruction support between 0830 and 016 daily until further notice. So we're trying to get out, but I think we're trapped, folks. We underestimated the enemy, and it looks like this could be our Waterloo, the worst beating that American forces have taken probably in 100 years. If this ends up badly, if this goes badly for the American forces and the Taliban slaughter 5,000 NATO troops, I don't know what we're going to do. Are we going to nuke them? I mean, what will Joe Biden do? What will he say to the American people if thousands of American troops are slaughtered in one day? So this is, this is judgment against America, folks. This is happening. God is raising up armies to judge America for their sins. And you might disagree with me, but this is happening, folks. I'm not making this up. So I just wanted to bring you this breaking news that the next 24 hours could be critical for the forces in Afghanistan. CENTCOM is saying now that they can't evacuate. They are trapped. They are being surrounded by 20,000 heavily armed Taliban with American weapons. So I will try to keep you updated throughout the day about what is going on. But we need to get on our knees, folks, because things are heating up. We are in the tribulation. It's not going to get any better from this point on. It's just going to get continually worse and worse and worse and worse until Jesus Christ comes back and destroys the wicked off the earth. But until then, the world is going through crazy, crazy times, and you're witnessing it right now. I just posted a couple videos on the massive earthquakes that are happening. We just had one in Haiti, 7.2 a few hours ago. Yesterday, there was 7.3 earthquakes in South Sandwich Islands. They're popping up all over the place, folks. Jesus Christ is coming back soon, but we are in the tribulation period. And things, like I said, it's going to get worse. We need to put our trust in Jesus Christ to protect us. No one knows the day or hour, but all this is being set up for the Battle of Armageddon. Now the Taliban have a fully equipped army now with American weapon systems to go against Jerusalem, to invade the Middle East. The Taliban is one of the greatest fighting forces in the world. They have defeated the Roman army 2,000 years ago. They defeated the Russian army, and now they're defeating the American army. Folks, these guys walking around in rags and sheets on their head, they were underestimated, weren't they? And it looks like in the next 24 hours that America forces could wind up like General Custer when the Indians slaughtered 300 U.S. Army troops at the battle, the last battle, one of the major last battles that the Indians won. So please share this video out. This is not good news for America. Please pray for our troops, folks. Please pray for our American troops that they will be able to hold the capital city of Kabul and get out. But I don't know. I don't know if the Taliban is going to show them mercy, because we haven't showed the world mercy, folks. We're getting paid back for what we have done around the world. And I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but, you know, we killed over 1 million Iraqis during the Desert Storm over the years. So, you know, it's coming back to haunt America. We've lost our way. We rejected God, and now God is judging America. So God bless you. We will be back with another breaking news story shortly. Bye-bye.
What's going on, everybody? Safar Sadek here. Man, damn, I had just got finished uploading my last video. I just uploaded it, and I get this come across my news feed. Nick Beam, or aka Malavian Da'at, sent this to me. So as soon as I went and uploaded the last video, I went on YouTube and I saw this. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh yeah, boy, it's cooking now. Yes, sirree. And I'm going to entitle this video, I Am Strong. And y'all going to see this was a setup from the get up. I'm going to show y'all. And a lot of this y'all have heard me quote before, but I'm going into it. This ain't going to be a long video. It don't need to be. But I'm going to show y'all this was set. This here was set up. All right, let's get in here. Let's look at Joel chapter 3, verses 9 through 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Well, the United States thought that the motherfuckers over there in Afghanistan were weak. Well, they get ready to find out otherwise. The Romans had to find out the hard way. The Russians had to find out the hard way. And now this stupid motherfucker is gonna find out the hard way. You're not gonna beat them dudes, man. They've been over there since the time that our people were over there. And these motherfuckers were hell to deal with back then. Not gonna beat them. Ain't gonna happen. All right? History should have told y'all. And I did a video a while back. I can't remember if I put it on BitChute or not, but I put a video clip from a documentary about Sun Tzu's The Art of War. And towards the end of that video, it was talking about how, you know, the art of war is taught in all war colleges, especially Esau and all his countries and stuff. Yeah, at West Point in the United States, and all the officers and everything have to learn the art of war as part of their training. And it was talked about how major wars throughout history dealing with the United States were lost because these motherfuckers just threw the teachings of Sun Tzu's The Art of War. They just threw that shit to the curb and started doing what the fuck they wanted to do. And they paid big time. They was talking about how certain battles in the Civil War, and ultimately the Civil War itself was lost because they took sight off of those teachings of Sun Tzu's The Art of War. As well as Vietnam, they went all through history and showed all the different wars and battles that this country has been in primarily, and lost or didn't get the, you know, the results that they wanted because they took their sight off of the value of the teachings in Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Well, they did the same thing here too. And they get ready to pay big time. We're going to let the scripture show you that. So let's look at, change gears here a little bit. And you hear me talk about this all the time, especially recently. Isaiah chapter 19, and we're going to read verse 14 first and then verse 3. The Lord Ahiah hath mingled a perverse spirit or the mentality of fools in the midst thereof. Talking about this damn place. And they, your government officials and politicians, have caused Egypt, America, to err or fail in every work, endeavor thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Well, they damn sure dropped the ball on this one. And look at the idiot that's running this country right now. Just next time you see him on TV, just really look at this motherfucker, man. You got to know that he was put in there to bring this bitch all the way down to the damn ground. At least the one that was in there before him, Trump was a fucking asshole. But that's okay, because I'm an asshole too. So, you know, I can agree to disagree with somebody like him. At least you know what he was about, so to speak, and everything. And when Trump was in there, this shit didn't happen like it's going on now. It didn't. But here's the deal. The Most High took him out and took that leader of Israel out, took that leader of Iran out, and some of these other people and everything. Why? You're blocking up prophecy. We've done our 400 years, time's up. So all these motherfuckers that y'all put in there to keep this thing going, it done been replaced. And they done been replaced with motherfuckers that's gonna get down with the Most High's program, mutual destruction of all these damn nations that had a hand in fucking with us, especially this one. He gonna systematically cause each one of y'all to mutually destroy each other while he's delivering us out here. That's how the Most High get down. And that's why most nations can't stand the Most High, especially his people, because they don't like the way he do things. He'll use you to fuck his people up because they were bullshitting, and then when he get done using you to get them or get us, then he'll turn around and get your ass. And he'll do it in the order in which you fucked with Israel with. That's how he get down. And that's why the whole world can't stand him. You think he give a shit? Nope. Because he created this world. He created us. He don't give a damn. Because when he finally show up in this motherfucker and everything, you gonna give a damn then? Oh yeah, when all the pretense and all the bullshit and all that's gonna be moved out of the way. He gonna reveal himself as he really is. Just like it told you in Isaiah 47. When he come back, he said, I will not meet you as a man. Not this time. Y'all gonna see Independence Day for real then. Motherfuckers gonna get their asses right then. Even Israel, they gonna get right too. The ones that don't get destroyed, because he already done ordered the destruction of a lot of y'all's asses anyway, because you're fucking retarded and hard-headed, so he gonna bust that ass. All right, let's look at verse 3 in Isaiah 19. And the spirit or pride of Egypt, America, shall fail in the midst thereof. It's failing every damn day. And I, Ahia, will destroy the counsel, the divine advantage thereof. See, the United States was able to do everything that they've been able to do militarily. Why? Because for 400 years, the Most High was actually backing y'all up. He was actually working with y'all's asses. Yes, he was, to carry out the 400-year punishment of Israel, which is everywhere, not just in the United States, and definitely not over there in the Middle East right now. Them ain't us. They gonna get dealt with too for lying. Them ain't us. And they, government officials, politicians, shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. That's Isaiah 19, chapter 19, verses 14 and 3. That last part, funny than a motherfucker. They're going to seek to the occult and everything. Hell, these motherfuckers in this country been doing it. This country was built on that. What you mean they're going to seek to them when all this other shit failed? Y'all been on board with that. This whole country was designed based off of esoteric occultic principles and sacred geometry and all this shit. Every one of these cities was designed like that. So I find that, hilarious that now, just like King Saul, the first king of Israel, when the Most High was working with him, he told Saul to do something and Saul didn't do it. The Most High took his hands clean off of him, withdrew from him as though he never even existed. And Saul knew it too. And he was like, oh shit. So next thing you know, Saul started, just like, I'm telling you, history is repeating itself. The United States is going through exactly the same thing that Saul went through. So When King Saul knew that the Most High wasn't dealing with his ass, the boy done pimped him like a $2 whore and bounced on his ass. What did Saul do? Saul went to the witch of Endor and had her use occult practices, dark magic, and brought up Samuel the prophet in order to find out what was getting ready to happen to him, because the Most High wasn't working with him no more. Well, that's what these jackasses are doing right now. It ain't gonna work. I'm gonna show you it ain't gonna work. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 47, verses 13 and 14. I'm going to show you it ain't going to work. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. That's Isaiah chapter 47, verses 13 through 14. So the occult ain't gonna get you out of this shit. When you turn to Satan and his ministers and all that, them motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to help you, because they do what the Most High tells them to do. See, a lot of y'all don't understand or know or believe that Satan and the demons, they cower before the Most High. Everything they're doing, they get him to sign off on it, because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That's what that's really about. They ain't telling you that in church. They want you to think that Satan is freelancing and doing whatever he want to do. No, Satan is not doing that, nor are his demons. That's your hard-headed ass doing that shit. Not them, that's you. Everybody ain't like you. But yeah, that's the truth of it. They try to turn to Satan and this, that. No, they backing out. Can't help you in this one here. You're on your own on this one. Now, them motherfuckers done went over there and called themselves retreating in a hurry. Biden, order all the troops to come out of Afghanistan all of a sudden. That was a dumb move tactically and strategically on his part. But that's that retarded spirit that's been mingled into this motherfucker. Him and all the rest of these motherfuckers up under him and everything. Henceforth, everything they do is going to blow up in their face and fuck up and cause disasters. Why? Because the 400 years up, the Most High ain't dealing with y'all no more. So now everybody going to see y'all for what you really are, a bunch of fucking buffoons. So that was really stupid to do that and leave all that military hardware over there for these motherfuckers to have access to that shit. Now they done surrounded y'all's asses, and when you should have been got up out of there, what the fuck were you still waiting there for? I heard this news report, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? Y'all should have left that night and not said nothing. No, y'all, the whole world found out that y'all fucked yourselves on that. Yeah, y'all gonna have to pay for that. I believe this is a blood sacrifice to these damn demons and devils and everything to try to get the United States. No, that ain't gonna work. So a whole bunch of people get ready to die for nothing. All right, let's change gears. I'm almost done. Last precept, as a matter of fact. Jeremiah chapter 50, verses 23 through 25. How is the hammer or the avenger of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? And that's what the United States and its military has been for 400 years. The avenger of the Most High's wrath against Israel, which is in the whole world, not just here. Every country that this motherfucker ever went to and fucked up, it was Israelites there. And he used the military of the United States to fuck them up, pursuant to the prophecies. That's what this is all about. It's always been about that. So, but how is it the hammer of the whole earth is cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon, America, become a desolation or a laughing stock among the nations? Because the nations are laughing about this shit right now, which y'all just did. They are laughing their asses off. Verse 24, I, Ahiah, have laid a snare or a trap for thee, and thou art also taken. So these motherfuckers over there, they gonna be taken in this shit, because this is the Most High behind this. O Babylon, America, and thou wast not aware. Nope, they sure wasn't. They are now. Thou art found and also caught. Yep, caught y'all motherfucker asses off guard, because thou hast striven against the Most High, Ahiah, and the Israelites. It ain't just him you've been fighting against. You've been fighting against us for 400 years. So see, he used you to punish us for 400 years. Now he gonna get you for doing it. Damn. Verse 25. Ahiah hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Ahiah of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. And that's Jeremiah chapter 50, verses 23 through 25. Afghanistan is in the land of Chaldea. Get an old ancient map and look on there. Babylon was the capital city, which was in Iraq, right along the Euphrates River, right before it goes into the Persian Gulf. Well, the land of Chaldea was that whole area around there at one time. Afghanistan was part of it. Right up there where these motherfuckers at, just got y'all asses hemmed up. So this is the work of the Most High doing this, and it ain't gonna turn out good for the people that got trapped up in there. Oh, fucking well. Y'all been used as a blood sacrifice, as a last-ditch effort of these motherfuckers trying to get Satan to give them back some semblance of power that they once had and have lost. Shit ain't gonna work. So y'all, whoever's in the military over there and everything, y'all gonna get killed for nothing. And so my advice to all you people out here that's listening to this, that's got family members in the military that's over there, and you know that they're a part of this shit, y'all better stay on these motherfuckers. Look, what happened to my son? What happened to my daughter? Because the United States is going to play this shit down just like they did during the Vietnam War when they went over there and got their ass whooped. They're going to play this shit down and make it look like they victoriously triumphed over this situation. Well, if that's the case, then you should get to see your family members again. So y'all stay on their ass about this shit, because they're going to lie and try to make it look like they got out of this shit. Just like they lied to y'all and told y'all that coronavirus killed all these people, and the Delta variant is out here killing all these people, and persuaded y'all to take that dumbass vaccine. Yeah, they going to lie to y'all and say that they, handled this situation. So y'all, you got family members and everything, stay on the stay on these motherfuckers, man. Don't let them lie to y'all like y'all did taking that vaccine. Don't let them lie to you like that. They done got you one time. Don't let them get you again. All right, that's it. I'm done.